didn't work out. So we'll see if there's going to be some adjustments. For the first time today, Evo's Holy will be on that blue side. We'll see what changes would that be. First of all, no more Angela.
Yep, I love it. Unlock Claw Kun. Don't let him play a utility mage. Make him play a scaling mage. Allow him to make the plays, but they got to think about the Roger and as well as the Harith. Interestingly enough, Rebellion, last time they only banned the Roger in the second phase. So keep that in mind because Evo's Holy, they can first pick this.
Even Evo's Holy, they themselves banned out the Faramis, right, which was a hero that Rebellion did take first pick in the previous game. But now that they're on that blue side, that Edith priority, I think, will be shifted a little bit. You don't really want, not much teams go for Edith's first pick on the blue side.
Is this a Moskov ban coming up for Evo's Holy so that Rebellion is forced to ban out the Roger, or do they not care? Or do they like, you know what, Brands? You're kind of okay on the Roger at best.
Unless Brands takes the Natan instead.
I'll show you how to really play Natan this time. I've been nerfed to the ground, but I can still make it work. 33 more seconds before Rebellion needs to make a decision here. And I think a lot of tough decisions to honestly make, because as much as you want to give a lane advantage to D, there's so many other areas of the draft that you have to worry about.
It could be an Arlet ban or I think for Evo's Holy, who has been really flexing that draft.
Yeah.
It might not be too bad of a choice, so Loi has to go.
Yeah, I was about to mention it. I was looking through the previous bans and I noticed that the Loi hasn't been touched on that blue side, surprisingly enough. So this is a pretty good setup for Evo's Holy if they wanted that first pick for the Roger.
Yeah, plenty of options. I mean, Roger, Arlet, what else do we have? Valentina,
yeah. A lot of good stuff here. A lot of good stuff. But I think for me, what I'm most curious about is whether or not we're going to see a Carmilla show up for Rebellion.
I think they did pick it up once, right?
Against TLPH. Yeah. And they put it in the jungle as well. I don't know if that's going to come out again considering the performance on that game, but there's definitely a lot of use cases there.
Yeah. They paired up with a Claude that game as well, right? To kind of make use of the Curse of Blood. It could be an option. But it also comes down to where this Roger goes. It still could be Annabelle.
Yeah, it's true. It still could be Annabelle, right? See that Rebellion, they're really taking their time on this one. There's too many things to worry about, really. But now that at least they know that Evo's Holy is going to be playing towards the gold side of the map, they could get a Swiss Army knife in the gold lane as well. Edith, Valentina, really good start coming in for Rebellion. They can set up for a double flex pick.
Yeah. Take Evo's Holy's comfort hero away and at the same time solve a Faramis problem if Evo's Holy wants to opt for the dive, right? And in fact, now Evo's Holy doesn't feel too good about having a Netherrealm on their side because it hinders the Roger in fights. Oh wait, Faramis actually banned out.
Yeah, as much as we want to theory craft more about this Faramis, even when FCAP isn't playing, sorry, FCON isn't playing, it still feels like PX7 is watching us.
Yeah.
Just through the walls, he's like, oh. Go sleep.
This does changes it. What they have? They did. So no Angela as well. No Edith.
Oh wait, was there? Yeah, the Xborg ban did come from Rebellion initially as their final ban of the first phase. Do you want to pick it up early for Evo's Holy? I feel like there's no reason to just yet. Yeah, no, the Novaria and as well as the Minotaur, much better options.
Unlocking Claw Kun. Give him utility, give him damage. It's the best of both worlds. Also overloading Suelo with ultimates. Like, what do you want to take?
Which begs the question whether or not Arlet might be the pickup here. It's scary though. It's quite scary to give it over to Evo's Holy. Then again,
or you could pick Natan here because if there's no Arlet, there's still Ruby to find pickoffs.
That's what I was thinking about. I was thinking about maybe the Ruby at some point of time, but considering the previous draft pattern, yeah, I think the Natan is going to be the option for Rebellion. We've got 10 more seconds. It looks like they're discussing the rest of the draft. Oh, Xborg.
So basically taking a page out of Evo's Holy playbook.
I like this. I
double
like this
flex.
a lot. Yeah, double flex it. We're not sure where exactly this jungler is going. Potential jungler, potential EXP laner. Regardless, as long as you're tanky, we will melt you down.
Start locking Annabelle out of Assassin. So Nolan, first to go. The Ling was banned out in game 1 by Rebellion. Yeah.
They get rid of the Ling, force him back on Hayabusa, pick up the Ruby, and then after that, you predetermine what it is after the ban phase?
I suppose, even when they pick up the Ruby, you still don't know which is which.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, I mean, unless they play a Ruby Gold lane.
Well,
I don't think it's an MPL. At least not in the new meta.
well,
Haven't discovered that tech yet.
Who knows? Who knows? You never really know some of these professional players, right? Sometimes gold laners get bored of playing the traditional marksmen. It's like, give me Ruby, right? Just sandbag them.
That could be true. You know, even so, they are starting to ban out the utility roamers. Interesting enough, they banned out the Florian, so probably will want to kind of mitigate the regen that Rebellion has. I mean, this draft could start running at them.
It definitely could. I think EVO's Holy needs to take away more scaling from Rebellion, right? Like, it makes sense if they want to ban out Natan. Yep, as expected, Rebellion get rid of the link they want, because high boost is just way more punishable in these cases. I think that EVO's Holy, if they ban on the Natan, is really going to pinch down on the marksman draft, but they instead get rid of the Matilda. Are they expecting fast rotations from Rebellion's side? I mean, this draft doesn't really reveal too much based on their first 3 picks.
EVO's Holy has a leverage with the Roger pick. If this is going to be a Claude pick for Rebellion, then there's incentive to put Roger in the gold lane, right? Just run the Benny QT, Sky Piercer, Warcry build. The moment you tag the Claude once, the lane is basically over.
Yeah, 20 more seconds. And it looks like they're going to go with the carry on this one. I respect it, right? Because they're expecting EVO's Holy to maybe consider picking up some of the thicker tanks, because right now there's not many, like, value targets. Like, as much as you want to believe that this X-Borg is going to go into the jungle, there's a good chance that he doesn't.
It's a double layer defense,
right?
Honestly. If you pick tank junglers, then there's X-Borg. If you don't, then it's okay. I mean, Rebellion, they can still pick up the jungle last.
Is it worth even going for something like Famos in this case, just so you can like frontline and have some form of control over the EXP lane? Maybe CC, Benedetta even arguably would be not that bad as well.
Or you could play the other role. You play the Paquito, right? Paquito, Benedetta.
Right, you're right.
To prep for a potential X-Borg or Edith lane. And take the Claw. So it's the Annabelle Roger, and they take the Ruby.
Okay, just to make sure that they can at least not worry about the disruption coming in from cars. I respect it a lot. And now Rebellion, final pick, just to kind of complete the composition so far. Yuzong. Alright, so it's going to be... Oh man, it's going to be the X-Borg jungle here. Oh no, they're switching around? Okay.
Surely, sir.
For a moment, I thought like AudiTZ is going to go nuts on this X-Borg robe. But yeah, no, as expected, right? This Faraga armor is going to be quite a problem for the side of EVO's Holy. So now it's all about, can they break that Faraga armor before Cars reaches the back line with AudiTZ?
And also, Cars, he's going to have Petrify. So it's another layer that both Annabelle and Brands have to be aware of. You don't want to get caught by the Yuzong. But at least you have Fluffy to sandbag the lane, right? That's kind of the bare minimum. Depending on what Cars takes for the emblems, I know a lot of Yuzong now has been going for the Warcry just for the early lane dominance.
Because it's so free. As long as you you proc your shot residue as well as the Warcry, you're getting an extra 6% of damage from like DOTing them, DOTing and regenerating at the same time. So it's just pure value. There's nothing wrong with it.
So second game, Rebellion Esports. If they can take down EVO's Holy once more, they're going to go straight to challenge final. So EVO's Holy needs to win this to force the game 3. This time they're going to be on the blue side for once with Rebellion Esports on red.
All right, let's see how both of these teams are going to do it. Annabelle going to be starting off on his purple, while Vincent is going to be on his orange. They're on mirrored sides of the map and will end up on 2 opposite sides. They're not. It's kind of interesting to see because they have so much faith that Brand is going to be walking away from this lane okay, especially since, as expected, Master Assassin already picked up by D.
But not forgetting to have the firmness just in case any trades come in. You still need to be careful of a potential Roger making that rotation. But EVO's Holy, they are babysitting Annabelle as much as possible, leashing his camps, making sure that he hits that timing. This probably is not a Sky Piercer angle. I don't see him going for the Expert Claw component. He went for the Ogre Tomahawk.
Okay, Ogre Tomahawk's first component built here.
So it's a War Axe build.
Does he really want to go for the War Axe build? Is it valued in this particular matchup in comparison to going for the traditional like Sky Pierce or maybe even like Windtalker? I guess when you do have the War Axe, you are going to be a little bit more relevant from early to mid once you complete the item. But up until that point, you're basically just power farming, right?
Mm-hmm. I guess also you want to survive a bit longer considering the enemy has Firaga armor on their side.
That's true. That's a good point. That's a good point.
Extended fights, I feel like, would be what EVO's Holy is expecting.
Well, it would be ideal, but we'll see whether or not, like, who makes this first mistake, right? Vincent just sitting in that bush, and it feels like EVOS, they have a hard read on this.
Don't really want to walk up as well. I mean, you see Annabelle so deep in the jungle on Rebellion's orange buff. That means Vincent gets on top of the turtle first, but this is not going to be a fast clear.
I don't think they care about this, right? EVOS Holy, they don't need to fight for this whatsoever. Especially with the Black Dragon form. Yeah, it's just... they're going to back away from this, and you can see how quickly Annabelle is just taking away every single camp on the top side of the map. With that being said, he's just power farming for the most part of the next, I'm going to predict 5 minutes of game.
Yeah, in fact, I think they found Annabelle. He cannot move at all. First blood going over to Suelo. The rotation so fast for Rebellion.
Yep, unfortunate indeed, but that's just how things, that's how the cookie crumbles, right? Rebellion now should be able to take full goal plating here.
And you see Clockwood, he's moving up as fast as he can. Rebellion Esports, they're going to stand there and take it. It's not like Brands has a lot of damage. In fact, even with their combined efforts, they are the one taking punishment. And the orange buff stolen by Vincent.
All right, that's
Wait,
fine.
did he get it?
No, he's working on it. He's working on it right now. Annabelle already did it to him, so it's only fair that they trade the buffs.
Oh, Dreams got hit.
Huh.
I mean, Vincent didn't have retry. I think he didn't come off cooldown in time.
That's kind of funny, though. But still, regardless, means that Rebellion Esports, their gold lead very minimal here. And it looks like the majority of that gold lead actually coming in from carry for the most part because of that gold plating, right? 55 more seconds until we see the next turtle actually spawn. And this is what we were expecting to see. EVOS Holy and Rebellion, early game, just very, very chilled. Just playing around the river and giving up and taking space.
Annabelle, he does not have his camps on the bottom side, unfortunately. All taken by Vincent. And that actually does hurt Annabelle a little bit. Thank goodness he's not going for Sky Piercer build in this case.
Yeah. It's good that he's saving that 1,500 gold. 25 seconds until the next turtle spawns. And so far, these lanes have been very, very stale from both sides, right? Nobody finding any real advantages. Kars has a really good freeze in his current... that they even make it to the mid wave.
Second turtle up though. Not sure if EVO's Holy wants to consider contesting this. It does feel tough. Clockwood just got his glowing one. There's some damage reduction. Vincent straight up, first item immo.
He doesn't want to be going down anytime soon. But let's see when the Astral Echo is actually going to get laid, when he's going to lay down the carpet for this. Because that gives us an idea of where they want to be. And it looks like Turtle is not where they want to be. Finally, the War Axe completed by Annabelle, and Vincent secures the Turtle.
Yeah, it seems like EVO's Holy don't even want to bother with the objective. They just want Annabelle and Brands to farm and skill up, and then they think about the fight.
Yeah, man, this is a very stale game. Both Fluffy and Kars are just like, man, this is our lives now, huh?
Yeah, can't really blame them.
Yeah.
Especially, they see Export on the map. I'm pretty sure Fluffy called out him with the immortality. They're like, okay, no objective fights, guys. Just farm.
Farm. There's no point fighting it.
Even when they skill up, it's still not the easiest fight that they can take, right? Go through Vincent. You have to go through a potential stolen Minoan Fury. A lot of factors that EVO's Holy needs to consider. I suppose the goal lead still below 1,000. That's very manageable for EVOS.
It's a very cold war. Both EVOS Holy as well as Rebellion Esports are playing right now, right? It's all about who has priority, who can clear the waves, and how much information can you get while walking into the river, right?
Yeah. Rebellion definitely has that priority locked down. The only lane that is pushing back is on that bottom side, but that's because Kars purposely freeze the wave in front of his turret. So both top and mid turret have already been chunked, especially the mid one.
I mean, we're already seeing like cracks in the EVO's Holy's play because... Oh, wait!
Wow, that's a long pull. I don't think it can do much. Annabelle dodges the Minoan Fury with the iframe. Kars goes back in with the Petrify. Warcry stacked up. Fluffy continues the fight. They do not have the damage. The attempt was good, but just not going to work.
Yeah, it's just not worth the effort, right? They have to start backing off, and it looks like Fluffy is going to go for a very tanky build. No War Axe purchased by Fluffy. Instead, first item, Brute Force Breastplate.
GGC, the purple buff respawn. Annabelle is going to show up. Evo's Holy making sure that the entire team is on that mid side. Make sure that Annabelle doesn't get disrupted. Third turtle spawning, but I feel like Evo's Holy will probably opt to give it up.
He currently in a good spot, currently corrosive sighted as well as the golden staff already built, but it looks like Evos might be able to secure this third objective if they rush it down. Too late.
Snapdragon used first. Waiting for the TTSD to show up. All the TT is there. Minoan Fury instantly used. Dreams knocks two people up. Turtle for Rebellion. Stolen Minoan Fury from Suelo. Hits the back instantly, and Brand has to purify out, but Fluffy not so lucky. Rebellion Esports finding 2 kills.
A huge Earth Shatter coming in from AudiTZ, catching 2 people off there, not allowing Fluffy or even Annabelle to get remotely close to the turtle to disrupt it. Some good stuff coming in from Rebellion Esports, right? Small advantages getting stretched a very long way through the mid lane, and now everybody has a lane advantage, right? Suelo currently is up in gold. D is definitely a full level ahead of Brands.
They got a 3,000 go injection just off of that one sequence, and Rebellion Esports now finally in the driver's seat.
Right now, Evil's Holy, they need a tempo breaker. They need to find a significant Minoan Fury coming out from Dreams to really turn the tides. But so far, Rebellion Esports, half these fights are basically done before they even start.
Credit to Suelo. He steals the Minoan Fury, but only uses it after Dreams. So this has become a minor battle, a pseudo battle of who presses that ult first. And most of the time, Evil's Holy are forced to do it.
Oh, the sequencing is going to be really, really tough here, especially since everybody's starting to fall behind. I think that Rebellion Esports, their next objective here is just to take away structures. They've already taken tier 1s from top end as well as mid. You might as well break the bottom one while you're at it. Maybe set up an ambush in enemy orange buff jungle just to cut off supply lines.
Winston has the War Axe, so working towards the Brute Force Breastplate next. At least for Evo's Holy, Annabelle will be able to get the top tier 1, the first turret of the game. All things considered, Rebellion Esports have basically unlocked the map. All tier 1s on Evo's Holy side down.
Yeah, but they're not really putting Annabelle too far behind because of how the early game actually went. Vincent is level 12 to Annabelle's level 12, despite Annabelle dying 2 times in this game. Just goes to show how much the early game really impacts the later stages.
Where it gets pretty dicey. Rebellion working on the Lord. He's down a half already. Are they going to make it there in time though? It seems like ping will be out as 4-man detected. Black Dragon Pro will expire in a bit. Rebellion looking to turn. Unfortunately, Cars does not find a mark. This could be a way to fall off. AudiTZ gets the knockup in the flip. They still want to fight this, but Minoan Fury only onto 1, and that's not good enough. Unfortunately for Brass, he got hit by the stolen Minoan Fury on his way in and ended up dying in the process. Rebellion Esports finds 2 kills, and this is Lord for them.
That's really unfortunate. I think Fluffy did not see the angle that he could have flickered forward on top of D, because D was forced to flicker out of there because of the blazing duet from Brands. Had Fluffy just engaged onto D, he was basically going to die anyways. I think he would have been more valued to die in comparison to Brands in this stage. So, tough angle to see with how much chaos is happening across the map, but it just goes to show that Rebellion Esports are the more decisive ones in these fights.
In the sequencing, despite everything, right? The Black Dragon expiring, and props to AudiTZ for making a call to still take on the fight, understanding that they are strong enough. Now, first Lord coming down mid. It's the best case scenario for Rebellion Esports.
Yeah, and man, this is a real tough one, right? Their main win condition in Brands right now, 2,000 gold behind, and they're about to lose every outer tier turret at the same time.
And the bottom one remains. That one will be a slow burn. Evo's Holy keeps the inhibitors intact, but at the cost of Rebellion Esports basically controlling the entire map.
I'm looking at Clawhood, and I'm thinking whether or not this glowing wand first item might have been a mistake, right? Maybe he should have gone for Enchanted Talisman first, just so that he can like maintain the pressure with the Star Shatters for information. I don't know. It's a very small thing, but it's too late to really consider it an impactful factor now that he has both the items.
surprised that he wasn't considering Lightning Truncheon.
That's what I was thinking as well. That's why I'm really surprised that he opted to go for a build that's definitely like it's slower, of course, and it builds up over time. But would it be better just to go for the Enchanted Talisman first, just so that you can poke out for information without having to recall as often? Because we saw Clawkun like recall how many times? What, like 2, 3 times? One wasn't his fault. The other 2 he ran out of mana in the first 6 minutes of the game.
There's an interesting solution to that. I think Izanami, he would buy the Elegant Gem and then he would sell it. But I think that slows down your item progression a lot more.
I mean, that does go a little deeper into what the patch offers right now, because Elegant Gem can only build into Clock of Destiny, right?
Yeah.
And not and because they combined Necklace of Durance as well as Golden Staff, we don't have that build order no longer.
The glowing wand.
Yeah, the glowing wand. Ah.
Maybe one day we'll have Golden Staff.
One day.
Combine. You know what? Combine the Holy Trinity.
Make it into one
yes,
item.
Make it into one.
One super item.
But it's like 3 times the price. Then it opens up slot for Sky Piercer, you know, crit item, Task Claw. Bring back Scarlet Phantom.
Yeah, bring back Scarlet Phantom, man. We missed that. It was good. It was a fun item when you're ahead. But boy, this is real slow between the two, and Rebellion Esports playing like EVOS Holy very similarly to how they took out Falcons, right? Nice and slow, build up a lead, hold that lead, and make sure that you keep that gun cocked and loaded.
And stocks are increasing still gradually, almost hitting the 7k mark. Clawkun just got the Divine Glaive. Suelo actually went for 3rd item, Lightning Truncheon. I'm expecting a Blood Wings to come out next. But this second Lord, if you're EVOS Holy, how do you deal with this?
I have zero clue, right? You're hoping that Annabelle just is able to out-retry, right? Against Vincent and maybe the last Insanity. There's too many things to consider. And I think the biggest problem initially is Carl's with the Black Dragon form. It looks like the call has been made by EVOS Holy's side. I'm glad that they don't use the in-game chat. They're just like waving over the zipper.
Yeah, I thought it's like they're trying to test the cameras to make sure that it's not like a static image.
They're like, okay, let's get this ready for interviews.
So it's going to be a pause. I assume it's called by EVOS Holy side. Very important pause as well, because this Lord is definitely going over to Rebellion Esports. It could be the one that sends EVOS Holy packing.
It could be. It could be. But let's talk about a couple of interesting facts. Number 1, Annabelle opts to go for one of the newer items in the game. Well, has been in the game, but now revamped a little bit. And he's opted to go for Thunderbelt. So what are your thoughts on this? Because right now, with the build that he's going for, it's like, I want to stay in the fight as long as possible, but I also want to have the burst damage. And I feel like it's a little greedy.
Yeah, I think Thunderbelt is more like, the longer you get to stay in the fight, the more benefit it gives you. The problem is, Annabelle doesn't get that luxury.
Yeah.
I feel like you jump in, you get hit, and then you just disappear.
And then Suelo is just like, oh, no MR, pew! Just blow you up before you get enough stacks on that Thunderbelt.
She's just not active. You are not allowed to be active enough to benefit from it.
Yeah.
That's why I was looking at like maybe Fredrin, Esmeralda.
That's what I was thinking as well, right? Because those are supposed to be the snowbally type of items for both Esmeralda and as well as Fredrin when they're ahead.
Especially, I mean, you're behind right now. Even the Endless Battle feels bad. And that was the 3rd item. I thought it would be Endless Battle 2nd item, and then he would opt for Sea Halberd or a BOD.
Yeah, at this point, you might even consider going for the crit build.
Sure, yeah. You can go for Wind Talker, some best to it. I'm sure if you're going to have the luxury though. May hit it down already. There's just no angle. With Floppy, he really wants to go for a pull, but there's no good target. Don't want to go for Vincent. Auditz has Immortality as his 3rd core item.
And Suelo will make it impossible, right, if you're too deep in.
You pull him, he minimum furies your team, and you could go for Winter Crown now that I think of it.
Oh, you're right!
Because it goes off.
It will go off 100% in that case. Oh, that's so dirty. Brands with Winter, with Winds of Nature, it could be tough still, right? Because Suelo is one of the bigger problems that they haven't been able to access that backline because of the constant fear.
It's 2 inhibitors down already. So EVOS Holy, they only have one last standing structure on the top side. And it's actually the worst case scenario because next Lord is also on top side.
Yep, yep. This is starting to look a pretty unwinnable. Oh, yeah, really, man. I mean, all right, fine, Vincent. Sure, you already have the War Axe. Get the Ice Queen's Wand on top of it. He's pretty unkillable, but now it's gonna be so much worse for EVHL.
Rebellion Esports still fishing for the coup de grace. Yeah, Fluffy, he was so close. Suelo feels very juicy, but he doesn't feel confident enough. 4-man ping. It's not like they can do much with it though. Black Dragon Front will be committed just to ensure the bottom inhibitor. And he will get it, or the minion will.
Yep, honestly, they're just playing the war of attrition right now. And Rebellion Esports, they know it. They're like, oh, we got you here. We're so close to this checkmate angle. But EVHL, they just need to make it to the 42K mark. Because if we're talking about brands, the main win condition, he's already completed his main items. Now, it's whether or not Clawkun can actually scale up a little bit faster. He's got the penetration, he's got the poke, the later poke damage, but he doesn't have the raw stats.
I wonder what Clawkun is going to build towards. Is he going to buy a Ice Queen's Wand as well?
I think he might actually. He's going to go with like full utility on this one.
Is it more worth it to go for Wishing Lantern? I don't know, for the pokes, I suppose.
I don't think so. I don't think you go Wishing Lantern in this case, right? Because there's too many ways. I don't think the damage really sticks on them. Vincent can technically heal back up. Same goes for Cars.
I suppose so, but you do have the glowing wand. The burn does count into it.
You're right. Maybe that might be the option. Oh, it's tough to say. I do think that the Ice Queen's Wand is just a little bit better here, especially on the retreat when Rebellion is going for that big frontal engage.
You know, this Lord Dance is more important for EVHL than it is for Rebellion Esports. And this dance can only last so long.
No, it can last forever. Vincent with the War Axe fully stacked as well.
Black Dragon's bomb, that's a ping onto everyone. Minoy Fury used instantly. They find the bag. The knockup does go through, but a counter knockup again. Lord taken by Vincent, by Suelo. And unfortunately, this is the end of the road for EVHL. Rebellion Esports found the fatal blow. Immortality expended on Naughty TD side, but Rebellion Esports are more than ready to go for the winner's walk. It's the March of Glory down the middle lane. Vincent to lead the charge. Rebellion Esports close out the series and becomes the final team to advance in the Challenge Finals.
Congratulations to Rebellion Esports, victors against EVHL 2-0. That's why MPL ID, they've got some serious competitors in their league. You never know who's going to come out on top.
Yeah, bottom feeders don't stay at the bottom forever. They have overcame EVHL, which was regarded as one of the miracle runners in the MPL ID playoffs. Very unfortunate. I mean, they worked so hard through the lower bracket. Knocked down by Rebellion Esports. They were placed in the gauntlet by them, and they were eliminated by them at the end. History sometimes do